Šibenik,
Mangualde,
i Šala,
Trebinje,
Plasencia,
Soldus,
Alba Iulia,
Mantova,
Saint-Quentin.
You're listening to the Urbact Residents of the Future podcast, the network of 9 small cities united in a shared mission to stand against urban shrinkage. Every week we take you across Europe to meet another city in the Residents of the Future network, exploring its challenges, the causes and impact of depopulation, and the bold ways communities are fighting back. Your guide on this journey is the project's lead expert, Tiago Ferreira. So Tiago, where are we travelling today?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Residents of the Future podcast. I'm Tiago Ferreira, lead expert of this Urbact project. With each conversation, we get closer to everyday realities of urban shrinkage in small cities and to the inspiring ways in which communities are responding. Today, we are heading south to Trebinje in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Trebinje is a city with deep roots and its unique character, known for its historic old town and riverside setting, and its warm community spirit. It is also a city determined to shape its next chapter with creativity and ambition. I'm very pleased to be joined by Tamara from the city office and Slobodan, the ULG coordinator. Welcome to you both. It's wonderful to have this chance to hear your perspectives.
hello,
Ciao Tiago.
Hello both.
hello.
Well, let's start our talk. And the first question that I would like to put to you is to know a little bit your connection with the city of Trebinje. So, Tamara, we can start with you. So, did you born in Trebinje? Did you move to Trebinje? So, what is your relation with the city?
Actually, I was born in Sarajevo, but I came in Trebinje in 1996. The reason why I came to Trebinje is not so nice, but I don't want to talk about that. But the reason why I stayed in Trebinje and maybe my connection with Trebinje is because it offers slower, more relaxed pace compared to larger cities. It has beautiful climate. You know that Trebinje is close to the Adriatic coast, so that's something that is very positive. It has beautiful landscapes. It has access to both nature and cultural sites. So to say, the life here is more balanced, less stressful, and deeply enjoyable.
Yeah, so that would be your recommendations to convince someone to visit or to move to Trebinje. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Tamara. And what about you, Slobodan? What is your relation with the city of Trebinje?
I'm married with Trebinje, Tiago. So it means that I was born in Dubrovnik, Croatia. It is a city in the neighborhood of the Trebinje. The distance between Trebinje and Dubrovnik is only 25 kilometers. And my family moved in Trebinje in 1977, actually. And I'm growing up in Trebinje. Was in a secondary school. After this, go to the Sarajevo on the college, and now I have family in Trebinje. I'm living in the city, and I have a daughter and a son, and working with the Trebinje in the last, let's say, 35 years.
Yeah. So you both moved to Trebinje in the 90s. Slobodan, what was the characteristic that Trebinje gained last 30 years almost that you like more? So what is new in Trebinje last 2-3 decades that you really appreciate?
It's a difficult questions, because when I was moved in Trebinje, I was a youngster, of course. I was child, and I'm looking for something different than I was growing up. Actually, before 3 decades, Trebinje was the small, very quiet, and very, how to explain, very small cities. Now Trebinje is growing up, and Trebinje is some kind of touristic centers. We have many touristic during the June, July, and August, and I prefer Trebinje before 3 decades. It's my opinion. From my point of view, I don't like the crowd. I don't like the many mess. I don't like the sound and everything is just so. I'm not familiar with this. I cannot say I don't like, but I'm not familiar with these things.
All right. So Trebinje is really a nice city with surrounded by nice landscapes. The river is also a really nice fixture, and city center, the old town is also amazing. So that's probably why Trebinje is so visited by tourists, and that is, of course, it's seasonal, but it represents an opportunity for the local economy. But beside that good characteristics that you mentioned about Trebinje, and that I had the opportunity to experiment visiting the city, the city faces, like on the network, a situation of depopulation, losing residents during decades. So can you share with us what happened? What are the reasons why the city lose some population?
Trebinje doesn't have so many faculties, and that's why young people decide to go to study to Novi Sad or Belgrade, and actually most of them never return. And I think that young people are leaving Trebinje because they don't have so much opportunities to get a job after they finish the faculty. Actually, they don't return after they finish the faculty. Trebinje
Do you think, Tamara, do you think they don't return because they imagine they don't have job opportunities, or because real they don't have? What is your perception?
They really don't have the opportunity to get well-paid job, the job they wishing for, so to say.
Slobodan, is it your same point of view? So do you think it's the young people moving to study abroad? No, in other parts of the country or abroad, is the main reason, and then the lack of job opportunities to return are the main reasons because the city is losing population?
Okay, on the one side, while it's material and climate rich cultural heritage actually, and growing tourism sector, of course, we have a problem with the losing population. I think the primary reason of demographic decline of Trebinje is low birth rates and an aging population mean fewer young families remain in the city. And at the same time, economic migration plays a big role. Many young people going on education, as Tamara said, and employment in larger urban centers or abroad, like in Mostar, like in Sarajevo, Belgrade, Novi Sad in Serbia, Banja Luka. Another factor is the broader regional trend of migration, as the entire generation across Bosnia and Herzegovina moved to EU countries in search of better living conditions. For Trebinje, this means that despite local national infrastructure, tourism and digitalization, its long-term growth is undermined by the shrinking and aging base of residents.
All right.
We are the residents of the future, shaping tomorrow's cities today.
Tamara, one question. So let's talk a little bit about what you did during this urban journey. Do you want to highlight any moment, any learning, any experience that was useful to you in terms of the international, transnational meetings, so the work together with the other partner cities? You want to highlight any moment that was important in your perspective for your work at Trebinje?
Oh, so this kind of project is totally different than the projects that we were implemented before. We have participated in many projects, but Urbact, actually the residents of the future, was something new for me. I have never had such experience before. So being a part of international meetings and sharing all that knowledge and catching the interesting info and things from other partners was very interesting.
And Slobodan, at the local level, so you have been playing a key role on the ULG and the production of the integrated action plan. So, do you want to highlight any story, any activity that you participate in local level that was meaningful for you?
Definitely, Tiago. I was part, and I'm part of many international projects. But Urbak is a totally new experience for me, and really I'm enjoying in this process because I was faced with some kind of really not actually top-down process, then some kind of as I told you, is some kind of Umberto Eco's assertion that no works is ever final if space for interpretation is allowed. It means that it's some kind of whole without any end. It means that OLG group in Trebinje was not a formality by the core editorial team behind this Trebinje IAP, shipping it through the lived experience, intuition, and shared desire to ensure the city does not become just a backdrop. This approach for me was chosen in order to find magnificent response to the challenges identified in baseline study.
Well, let's talk about future. So, during this project, we have been on a journey where we met, where we did study visits, training sessions. We had training sessions with different Urbact experts. We connect with different Urbact networks. So it was a rich journey of experience, knowledge sharing. And in the end, well, the main objective was to nurture the ability of each city to produce their integrated action plan. So, in your integrated action plan, what are the actions that are inspiring you more to the future? Do you want each one to highlight one? Maybe we can start with Tamara. Tamara, do you have one of the investments, ideas, future projects that is in your IAP that you appreciate more?
The city of Trebinje, and that is the part of the integrated action plan. So financing in vitro fertilization, that's very interesting for me because all couples who apply to the city administration are eligible for support with no restrictions, ensuring equal access to this vital form of healthcare. And maybe scholarship for students and housing support is also maybe interesting to mention for young married couples. All these initiatives are part of the integrated action plans.
Yeah, do you feel enthusiasm in the Urbact local group to put it into practice in the next period?
Yes, I feel enthusiastic. Yeah.
So Tamara, can you share with us what you consider it was your main learning with this Urbact journey?
I think that you must keep in touch and listen to what your citizens want. In that way, you will be able to retain the citizens that live in your city and maybe invite some newcomers to come to your city.
And what about you, Slobodan? What was your main learning takeaway from this project?
It's many things, but I'm focused on the digitalization actually.
You're listening to Residents of the Future podcast, where people come first and cities thrive together.
Do you know why digitalization matters so much for attracting and retaining people in smaller cities? Because it has the power to overcome distance, to connect communities, and to create opportunities that once seemed possible only in large urban areas. Digitalization is not only about technology, it is about inclusion. It is about making sure that everyone, regardless of age or background, has the access to the skills and tools they need. For shrinking cities, digitalization can mean better public services, new jobs, and stronger links with the wider world. If done well, it allows people to see small cities not as isolated, but as connected, innovative, and open.
When young people, of course, in Trebinje talk about the future, the word that keeps popping up is digitalization. Not because it sounds fancy, but because it actually means fewer papers and more time for real life. When I talked with my son about this, he said me, imagine this, instead of spending half a day chasing documents from municipality, from one office to another, you can handle it online from your phone with just a few touch to screen. So it means that your birth certificate, building permits, things that used to feel like a marathon suddenly become a short sprint. That's what the digitalization is all about. I realized that we need a real digital transformation strategy to tie all the efforts together. On the end of the day, digitalization isn't about gadgets or IT systems. It's about making life easier. It's about creating a city where they're getting things done doesn't feel like a fight against bureaucracy, but a smooth part of every day.
We are the residents of the future, shaping tomorrow's cities today.
This summer we have Echostone or EcoStone Festival in Trebinje. EcoStone Festival is the first ever electronic music festival to be held in Trebinje, scheduled in August this year. The event will take place across 3 stages around the whole town. So it means that Trebinje's cultural life with vibrant electronic sounds under the historical stone walls. It is the digitalization, not only clicked on screen. The second thing regarding digitalization, it was a festival gaming conference in Trebinje. This conference brings together game developers, industry leaders, enthusiasts from the Mediterranean and Balkan region. These two digital events create some kind of different vision of Trebinje.
That will be a good opportunity to have this discussion about even job opportunities that it was appointed to highlight in changes, because the game industry is very big and it allows young people to work remotely.
Yeah, of course.
And so there could be really nice opportunities for living in Trebinje and work for, well, all over the world in the competitive companies.
Yeah, of course. But esports, maybe esports will be the biggest than Olympic Games, of course, because my generation are looking on the TV and watching some kind of matches. But youngsters like you, Tiago, you're looking on your mobile phone and playing the games with the friends from Zimbabwe. Never mind. It's so it's a digitalization.
Yes. Well, any final message for our listeners that you want to send concluding our episode?
Maybe I can say we are very grateful for your attention, for joining us. Come, explore, invest, enjoy Trebinje.
Come and married with somebody from Trebinje and stay to live in Trebinje.
It's a way to root people. Get married. Well, I know some friends that go to Trebinje for the restaurants, so it's another attraction point.
Yeah.
All right. So Tamara and
we have also good wine, maybe better than in Portugal. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I already tried one and it was good.
Thank you.
Tamara and Slobodan, thank you for bringing us Trebinje's story and sharing our reflections. For our listeners, Trebinje reminds us that even cities touched by decline can find new ways to thrive by building on their heritage, their environment, and the creativity of their people. We wish Trebinje every success as it puts its integrated action plan into practice, and we look forward to seeing how the city will turn these ideas into meaningful change. And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to follow Residents of the Future on Spotify, LinkedIn, and the Urbact website for more inspiring stories from across Europe. Until next time, let's keep in believing that every city, no matter its size, can write a positive new chapter for its community. Thank you.
Thank you, Tiago.
Yeah.